Hi, everyone. This is our second episode of Queens of FTC, Keeping It Real. We have some guest speakers today. We have Mr. Timmy Perry and we have Sheena Carter today, and they are going to buzz in on our topic, which is the angry Black woman. I brought this topic up because I get called the angry Black woman on a daily basis. And I just want for someone to speak on why they assume that all Black women are angry Black women. So that's why we have Mr. Perry on here today to give his input. Mr. Perry?
Yes, ma'am.
We waiting to hear why you feel like Black women are angry women.
Oh, you just gonna get right with it like that?
Yeah, we getting right to the point.
I don't think there's no one reason why Black women are angry. And first of all, let's dispel the myth that all Black women are angry. That's not true. Absolutes are the devil. Nothing in this world is absolute. Now, there's a such thing as a trained angry Black woman. There's a such thing as a misled angry Black woman. And there's a showcase angry Black woman. I can speak on you because I've known you for 28 years. You weren't all the way angry when God procreated you in your mother's womb. You didn't come out angry. What happens in life when a Black woman gets to a point in her life, she becomes miserable, whether it's financially, whether it's a dude, whether it's career, whether it's the children. I mean, it's just so many different reasons that can make a Black woman angry. And before I get deeper, let me tell you something. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught that there's no such thing as a no good Black woman. Any no good Black woman was made that way by a no good man, whether that was her daddy, her boyfriend, her husband, her brother, or uncles. That's how she became no good, because she watched men and it came through her channel mentally and she started being no good, but she wasn't born no good. It wasn't a prostitute wasn't born in the womb.
I'm glad that you said that. So would you say that you contribute to a lot of women out here not being no good?
Yes, simply because women are emotional creatures. No one ever taught you how to control your emotions. That's why y'all run for love and say, oh, it's so sweet and cute and have these, because you don't know how to control your emotions. I drive you crazy talking about your son's baby mama and you go crazy and cuss just over the simple emotion that she in my car that I pay the insurance, and you cuss and you go crazy over a simple issue when it all it takes is an emotion to just control it. To say,
But
hey,
do you think that you triggered me to be angry?
yes.
So but you purposely do that, right?
Yes, sometimes the Ku Klux Klan triggered me to want to whoop every white police I see ass, but I'm not going to do it because I control my emotions. But when I see them, I cringe because I know their objective is to try to lock a Black man up or make a Black man feel small in some kind of way.
Okay,
but
so
I want to beat the shit out of them.
So why would you intentionally make her be angry? Why would you intentionally provoke her to be angry?
Why would I provoke her? Sometimes I'm just bored. Tyler does the same thing to him. I'm just being honest, just out of boredom and just sitting on the phone. And if she let me know something to drive her, I'm gonna do it. And then I'm gonna start laughing.
And so whenever she in turn does that to you, what is your reaction?
She can't do that to me. She don't. When she come for me, ask her what I do. I start laughing. That's why I told you I control my emotions.
Well, I disagree with you. Women can control their emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Tanera Wilson can't.
Well, we're speaking on Tanera, and
Control
she
my
controls more of her emotions than you realize.
emotions.
Yeah,
Let
she
it be
does.
known. Let it be known. All women can control their emotions in different situations. You know, so I disagree with that. A lot of women have control over their emotions. They may be angry and come across angry. That's because we're dealing with work, spouse, home, kids, and disrespect we receive from the world.
Say it again, sister.
Okay. But if you react on that emotion, if you cuss the child out or you do something that you shouldn't do, are you controlling the emotion? You're not controlling it and you act on it. Only way you control it, you absorb the energy, the negative energy, and just say, you know what, I'm not gonna let this consume me today. I'm not gonna cuss him out. I'm not gonna cuss my kids out. I'm not gonna cuss my husband out. I'm gonna just, you know what, today I'm gonna pray, meditate, whatever you do to give you peace.
But I'm gonna ask you this: why do you create the storm, but then get mad when it rains? Like, I need to understand that.
What rain are you talking about? Are you talking about when you start cussing people out?
Whenever I give you whatever you need, if you're gonna create the storm, the tornado, or whatever you want to call it, don't be mad when I give you the high winds, I give you the thunder, and I give you the lightning.
But you're not affecting me though. I don't mind the elements. I see shelter. When you do the tornado, the storm, what am I doing? I'm still laughing. You don't hear me cursing you back out. When you curse me out, now be honest, do I curse you back out? Don't I start laughing? So I can handle your storm, your tornado, your
Okay.
hurricane.
I think we're more away from the
Okay.
angry black woman and we're into dysfunction.
Okay, okay.
We were talking about her first.
But we're
Let
talking
me
about women
tell
in
you,
general.
okay, listen,
But-
I'm gonna tell you my anger as a black angry woman.
Okay.
I'm angry at myself the majority of the time. I'm angry at myself because I put up with a lot of stuff and I shouldn't. I have excuses for my anger. I'm angry because I know I shouldn't be going through the things that I'm going through. And I make excuses for myself. That's what makes me angry as a black woman, because women sit and make excuses for themselves. Well, I can't afford this or I can't do this. So that's my anger towards me. And when I get angry, sometimes I do kind of, a few times I have to get to work and I shouldn't. But as a black woman, I'm angry at myself because I shouldn't live the way I'm living. And like I said, I make excuses for it. That's my anger. And as a black man, sometimes I get angry because I've heard a lot of black men say, but that's why I date a white woman, because black women is always angry all the time. This is just my opinion.
That's very true. When you say you get mad, you mad at yourself. That's what I'm hitting on about a black woman herself. You have to learn how to like control self. And I'm not a therapist by any means. All thing I can tell you is by what I see with a whole lot of black women, and it is due to what a black man has done or what their children have done to them, and it causes them to lash out. And social media and the new norm on TV depicts black women as angry. If you go look at Tyler Perry's shows, Medea's an angry black grandma. If you look at Desperate Housewives, they predict all successful women gonna cuss and fuss and it's just it done ran wild now. That's the norm.
Yeah.
She's an angry black woman, and which that's simply not true. It's just that's what's being pushed on the world, just like homosexuality is being pushed in the world now. It's like threw in the face. So what people gonna say, automatically say, "Oh, that's another angry black woman," without getting to know the woman.
You're right on that.
And black men do that. Black men, we have a problem with strong women. It's like we hate to feel like our manhood is stripped. And I'm a man, and I'm telling you that. Like if a woman talked away to us, we feel like you playing with our manhood. And that's why a lot of men abusive, because they can't handle the same lashing that they give out. So black men do tend, especially in y'all area, it's not as bad in Memphis, but y'all area, black men do tend to flock towards white women because they're so passive. If they feel a way, they won't voice their issue. They're not strong to say, hey, this is what I want to do. They'll just let it go. So black men love that.
So
I don't understand it,
Well,
but
I would just
I
like
ain't
to
never
say
seen nothing like it.
I'm not a black woman. I'm a Hispanic woman, but
Oh no, you black.
I
Long you look here, if you trace the slave trade back through Mexico, you gonna it's some Africans docked over off the coast of Mexico and had your great granddad of them. You black sister. I'm sorry, your skin is melanated. You is black. I guarantee you, if you go online and do that ancestry tree, I guarantee you find some African in you. Now keep going.
I
and
have
you
to
might
agree
be
with you there,
right.
Timmy.
go ahead, Nina. Go ahead. And just for everybody to know, I didn't introduce my co-host today. I apologize. We have Reese here today. We have Joanna, Brenda, Nina, who missed our episode last week, and also Lisa. So, like I say, our guests today are Mr. Perry and Miss Carter, which we're going to give Miss Carter a chance to chime in. But Nina, go ahead with what you were going to say.
Well, I just believe that not all women's anger. I believe a lot of it derives from men and their relationships and things that they've been through, things that they've been put through. But I also believe that a lot of the time it can stem from things that happen. It could have started in childhood, and then it's ego. What makes us angry whenever because um emotions are a reaction to feelings. So when we react in anger and we lash out and we're frustrated and those type of things, that's our ego. And so whenever because somebody can say something that you feel is offensive or disrespectful, and it may not even really be disrespectful, but you feel disrespected, it's because your ego feels attacked. Like you feel like somebody's trying to belittle you or disrespect you, take something away from you. And the more you feed your ego, like what you seek, you will find. So if you're looking for anger and anything that happens to you, you take it negatively, you're feeding your ego, and over time it grows. The more you feed it, the more it needs. And I think that's when it becomes the biggest problem. And that's when we start, getting physically, when arguments and fights can turn physical, hurtful, when we start belittling other people, because that's what we see in others is what is inside of us. And
So
it took me a long time to realize
does it
that.
bother y'all when y'all are labeled angry black women? Does it bother you?
Oh shit. It used to real bad, because I'm like, you can see that I'm angry. You can name all these things that I'm doing and how I'm reacting and how I'm lashing out, but it's like you can't see why. It's like you can't see why what you're doing to bring this out of me.
It doesn't bother me because honestly, to be just human in this world today and all the stuff going on, you should be angry.
I agree with that, Brenda.
Why you should be angry?
Well,
That's
Go ahead.
unbiblical. That's very unbiblical. Why should you just be angry?
Angry not at individuals, angry at the situation. Just
but it takes more energy. It takes more energy to be angry than it is to find happiness.
I agree with that. Yes.
I wanted to chime in because I hear so much. I feel like women are considered angry black women because people mistake our passion for being angry, or they, mistake anything to place a label on us as African American women, black women, Hispanic women. They get it too. But Mr. Tim, you made a comment that lit a fire. and I'm just gonna let you know, for you to openly admit, one, I commend you that you do things to anger. Miss Tanera, that is borderline narcissism. That is
Yes.
narcissism at its finest.
You see my name on thing. I'm just a messenger.
I mean, I get it. I get it. I mean, I don't shoot the messenger. I'm not shooting the messenger. But my thing is, that's toxic. That's very toxic. To even do that or want to provoke that, you know, we as minorities, period, we have enough going on with it without bringing that into our households. You know, the world demasculates our men, number one. So, and it teaches us as African American women and Black women that we don't need a man. Do we want you? Yes. And you know, a lot of us have worked and done what we do to sustain our households, because you find a lot of households that don't have a Black man in it, number one. But, you know, to knowingly come into your home and tear it down, why would you? Why would you? And then you label her as angry, or then you wonder why the woman gets called an angry Black woman, because of everything she's putting up with in her household. You know, some women go through childhood trauma. I went through molestation from the age of 9 to freaking 16. And the only reason why it stopped is because I became a teenage mom. Truth be told, you know, so a lot of that is boundaries. We have to learn to set boundaries with people. And of course, like he said, control our emotions, because a lot of that is emotion. It is emotion. So if we don't show that or allow people to cross that boundary, we don't get those labels. That's just
I agree with that 100%. I'm a firm believer in you teach people how to treat you.
Yeah.
And what you allow is what you'll receive, you know, and I also agree with Sweet Pea on what she was saying a little bit while ago about 9 times out of 10 when she's angry at herself. And I feel that way as well, because sometimes I look back and I'm like, I allowed this, you know, nobody can, you know, I allowed this. And so I'm mad at myself. Most of the time it's at myself if I'm keeping it real with myself, because I know I can't blame nobody but myself.
Yes.
Okay. Now, Miss Sheena Carter, you're not Jay-Z wife, are you?
No, sir. I don't.
Now, see, that's why I tell you about dealing with emotions. I could take a lick. Okay, I agree with you. Me and all her kids are narcissistic. I mean, if that's what you want to call it, because all of us push her buttons. You can ask her. They do it more than I do it. And now it's Miss Sheena. If this right here, I'm going to give you a prime example the last time I got cussed out. Now, you watch this. You tell me, is this narcissism or me playing? Janera, that's why Kaylin going to be in that Honda with some 26s on and riding around while you pay the insurance. Is that me making a joke, or that me trying to be toxic? Because how do you get that angry and motherfucker and cuss? Because I said, Kaylee called the cop with some 26 on.
Tim,
giving you what she was looking for.
Tim,
You know what she was doing.
you know how she feels.
She can't buy no 26s though. She can't afford 26s. 26s can't even fit on the Honda Accord. So
But it doesn't matter. But it doesn't matter. You know, Tim, you know what buttons to push on her.
Yeah. And that's what he's doing. That's what
you know the buttons to push, whether it's in a joking manner or whether it's to elicit a reaction from her. You know the buttons to push. And then and then that's where the narcissism comes in. Because I was in a 24-year relationship with a narcissist. And trust me, that's what happened every single day.
But you're going too far. If you in your mind just stop and think, Caitlin can't afford 26 rims. 26 rims don't fit on a Honda Accord. First of all, they can't fit unless it cost you $5,000 to make them fit.
But when you're saying this, all I'm hearing is Caitlin, my car, and that's it. I'm not hearing the part about. I'm not thinking about what you're saying, but to me, that I feel like you jab on purpose to make me go there with you. And if you already know that that's how I am as a person, and
why would you poke
and
the
you
bear?
know that that's how I'm going to be with you, why would you do that?
Why would you allow a person to bother
You're
you
right.
about a car with
And
26s
you
on
are
it?
right. And that goes back to what Joanna says. I'm angry at myself because I
Yeah.
allow you to keep making me be that
Mhm.
person.
No,
Yes.
no. Let's not try to act like Tanera don't have narcissism in her. When Tanera used to crack jokes about my ex-girlfriend, guess what her nickname is? Big Bird, like on the cartoon. But you know what I do? I'll bust out the laughing because she's not narcissistic. She's cracking a joke. She's having fun. She's not tearing me down. She's not doing anything but cracking a joke. So it's funny to me. I bust out the laughing. Big Bird must have been over there. Sing
So
the song.
this is something to
Sing the
understand.
Sesame Street song.
That
You so silly. I heard a pastor once say, as women, whatever you give us, we multiply it and give it back to you. So if you
Yes,
give us,
ma'am.
so if
Yes,
you give us
ma'am.
a seed, we give you a baby. If you give us a house, we give you a home. You give us food, we give you a meal. So if you give us hell, what you think you finna get back? Times 2.
And I'm fine with it.
an
That's what I'm saying.
angry black
That's what
So
I'm
woman.
if
telling you.
you're
I'm
fine with it,
fine.
don't
But don't
label me
complain
as
about
angry.
Don't complain about it. You can't complain about something that you yourself provoke.
Who's complaining?
No, I'm just saying, if you do, I don't know if you complain or not. I don't know you from Adam. But my thing is, you can't poke
complain.
the bear and think you're not gonna get bit.
What I was trying to tell you is that the stuff that you told me that I was doing, she does the same thing. I just don't get upset. That's what I'm saying. She pokes the bear and crack jokes, but I just don't get upset. You know why?
I only
Because
come
it's a
back when
joke.
you started.
It's a joke and it's funny. That's how people live longer, laugh, enjoy life.
But
It's
maybe that's
funny.
a soft spot. Maybe that's a soft spot for her. Is that may be a sore spot?
Oh, you think?
If you know she takes care of her kids 100%, because at the end of that, I heard you say she was gonna pay for it. So if
Pay
that's
for what?
a soft spot for her, for the rims.
Oh no, I didn't say she was gonna buy them. I told them
okay.
I told her Caitlin would go buy some 26s and put on the Honda Accord.
Oh, okay.
And she went crazy. See,
Okay,
well, that's a lot of money.
Miss Sheena, I really hate to bring you into this wildfire, but Reese, Joanna, and the driver license lady, they know Tanera. Tanera would get upset. Tanera would get upset over one of her kids. Like, let me say something. And I understand women. Look, if you have over 2 kids, I have the utmost respect for you. I kept my 5 grandkids last night. I don't know how y'all do it. I have so much respect for anybody that can keep telling somebody to sit their ass down and they wasting food in your house and you looking at your toilet and it's piss everywhere and everything they stealing can and things. I have so much respect for black women. I don't know how y'all do it. I ain't doing it no more. I promise you. It's gonna be about December before I keep them. Ain't no way. I can't handle it. I was sitting there like, I'm about to go crazy. I'm like, this is crazy. Because when we were kids, we was trained. You knew you couldn't run in grandmama's house. You would get the hell beat out you running up and down the hallway. I don't know how y'all do it. I'm for real. I just don't understand. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Well, I commend you for keeping your grandkids.
Yes.
Well, me, I ain't doing it no more. It's gonna be Thanksgiving break or Christmas break.
You'll be all right. But you need to keep them more. This is just me and my asshole opinion. You should keep them more. And especially if they're boys. And I'll tell you why. Because if they don't have that at home, they need that. So you should keep them more. And because a lot of today's mothers are younger mothers, they don't get what we got.
Right.
Right.
Like I'm almost 50. So they don't get what we got because a lot of their mothers is partying with them, drinking with them, wanting to be their friends. So they want to be their kids' friends. So, and it's not so. They're not taught the same discipline that we had. If we wanted to play, we had to go outside, but make sure we're home before the street lights come on.
Right.
They can't do that now.
Yeah. Well, true.
Yeah.
True.
They can't do that now.
No. And most of them are tied to video games. So the mamas give them a video game and that's what they learn. And that's how they learn, either a video game or a computer. But we're off the subject. So I want to get back to the angry Black woman because I don't like being called an angry Black woman.
I
don't like my passion being mistaken for anger. That's
Miss Carter, it's a difference between passion and being angry. You can be full of passion and not be angry.
It can come off as being angry, though.
But it can
come off as being angry.
The perception can come off as being perceived as that.
Right.
I've been labeled angry and I've been labeled as aggressive. And I'm like, well, where's the aggression? Because I'm very non-confrontational and it takes a lot for you to even get the aggression, the passion, or even what you call as aggression from me. It takes a lot.
Well, see, you're different. And like I said, I would never label all Black women as angry. I can label Tanera that because I spent so many time with her. Tanera, hey, what's your name? I can't even think her name. William girlfriend. Look, you know Tanera has a problem with anger.
Joanna?
His girlfriend.
Her name William girlfriend.
And see what you're doing right there.
Hey, you making me mad now.
You're picking.
No. And that's what you're doing. You're already
and that's what I'm trying to get you to see. It's a flip side to anger. It's a flip side to anger.
Timmy makes me angry. Timmy likes to pick. I've been in the car with Timmy, me and Tanera. And he likes, like I said, he likes to poke the bear. He knows what to say to make you angry.
I love it. I love it. But at the same time, Joanna, I'm never going to be disrespectful. I don't call Black women out their name. I'm not going to, only thing I'm going to do is say something. It may get real personal and touch you a little bit. Just like what I told you when me and William was out and we had them girls over there at the time. Anyway.
But you know what, see you ain't see.
Joanna, it's
okay. Right.
Joanna, it's a flip to anger.
What Tina said. Just your tone, the way you were speaking. Tina, the way you were speaking, though, you were just direct and upfront. A lot of people take her tone, which is pleasant, as being angry. That's my problem. You didn't say anything to make anyone mad or upset. You are not confrontational, but just your tone because you're sure of yourself.
You
they
talking
see
about
that
just
as being
now?
an angry Black woman.
You talking about what she said just now?
No, just her tone in general and her speaking. That she's confident in what she's saying and what she knows. They see that as being angry. Just because you have confidence in yourself.
Does my delivery make you always say that I'm angry? Is it my delivery? Because what if you taking it as me being angry, but it's just me telling you how I feel?
You want to know, really want me to answer that? Tanera, you have cursed me out over the smallest things. And I know I said, I told you. And then you have recognized and said before, you know what? You're right. I'm going to stop doing it. I'm going to stop. I'm trying to work on it.
I can't work on it if you are still calling. If you still are saying the things and doing the things that you're doing. So when are you going to work on it to help me work on it?
When I met you, you were not angry. I promise you that.
Because you made me angry. You made me angry.
See that? And I don't mind you putting the weight on me. Remember the Bible verse, put your yoke on my shoulder. My burden is light. Put all of it, put it on me.
But you're not God. Time out. I take offense to that because you're not God.
God lives
She needs to get it to God. She
That's a
needs to
whole
get it
nother
to
subject,
God.
Miss Carter. That's a whole nother subject. God works through people. You ain't never saw a man come out the sky and just start pointing a magic wand. It's always
No,
through the act of people and through spirituality. So
you are correct.
I can say that God is in me. So I have a portion of God in me.
I'm
Now, I'm
not
not
saying
gonna
you
lie.
don't.
Huh?
You probably do, but at the end of the day, she's not to put her burdens on you. You all
She
should be
couldn't.
able to sit down and effectively communicate your
There go that
wrongs,
word.
what you did, what you didn't do, so that she can come out of that. Now, can you assist her in not being angry? Yes, by not doing the things that you know provoke her to be angry or to provoke her to come off as an angry Black woman. You can assist in that. That's where you can say those burdens are put on you, of course. But
And
at
in
the
doing
end of the
that,
day, you got to take responsibility for your actions. You can't call her angry when you're the one that broke her. So if
what
you
do you
caused the brokenness for her to be angry, then the only thing you can do is mend fences and start from there to repave that foundation so that those cracks are no longer there, so she's not angry with you. That's the only thing you can do.
But Sheena, that's where you doing a relationship counseling now. We talking about why she angry now. Now solve the riddle. Why do her kids call her angry Black woman?
Because they follow in their daddy's footsteps. But go ahead, Reese. What were you going to say?
They follow the dad. I told you, put the yoke, put everything on me. I could take it. Not one time I'm gonna sit on this phone and say, no, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. Put it all on me.
What were
look,
you
you
going to say?
Why
have
do her kids? Why do you cuss your
Tim-
kids out the way you cuss them out?
Timmy, you have
I'm
to, as
listening.
a father, as the man of the house, you have to help her create a peaceful haven in that household.
Reese, listen. Y'all can sit on the phone and make excuses, but
Was
if a
that an
child,
excuse?
okay, I'm gonna give you an example of when she angry. Everybody know how teenage boys are. If you don't take the garbage out or do something at home, why do you think going in there cussing him out is gonna get better results? It's not. You can say the same thing, simple and plain, and say, "Son, look here. Let me talk to you, partner. This is what I do." I said, "Come here, let me tell you something. I told you to take that garbage out. Now, you don't take that garbage out, and I done told her to do it. I said, go in there and get that phone. Take that phone or take that Wi-Fi off. Take it to work with you." I've had to do one of my children like that. Hollering and cursing is not going to get it done. You can cuss him out all you want. It's not going to solve the problem.
What is
That's
the
what they talk
understanding though?
about angry.
What is the understanding though? Because if she's already talked to you and asked you to do something in a nice manner and it still didn't get done, sometimes that may be the way she realizes she has to communicate with you in order to get something done. Now, can she change her tone? Yes. Can her tone get more stern before she chooses to cuss at
If this
people?
cuts off,
Yes.
y'all, I'm just letting y'all know that I'm going to restart another meeting if this cuts off. So just be ready for it.
Yeah, so you can always, you can cuss a person out in a nice way and they not realize you cussed them out until they got home. It's not so much as what you say, it's how you say it.
Well, you just said what I just said.
No, because
I promise you did. I said, what's the purpose of hollering and cussing so loud for?